Hello and welcome to The Winter King. This mod transforms the entire world of Crusader Kings 2 into the world of King Arthur. Well, not quite King Arthur yet, but essentially we've moved back in time a bit. We're into the kind of time which of myths and legends, and there's a whole bunch of cool stuff. Now, I felt it was actually worth stepping back a little bit and starting from this screen. Usually I start it in-game, but there's so much lore that goes along with King Arthur that I feel it's just worth going through it so everybody knows where we're at. So, December 3rd, 479 AD. On a cold winter night, a club-footed child is born in Dumnonia. His name is Mordred, son of Mordred, and he is the only legitimate heir of King Uther Pendragon. In the continent, the Roman Empire has just collapsed, but its political and military presence was withdrawn from the island of Britain almost 70 years before. The resulting vacuum was promptly filled with tribes of Anglo-Saxons coming from northern Germany, who are now competing for land and power with the kingdoms of southern Britain, and still landing in great numbers on what is known as the Anglo-Saxon shore. The northern kingdoms of Britain are plagued by constant raiding warbands of Picts and Scots from the north, while the coastal provinces of Wales are stormed by Irish raiders who declare themselves kings in the conquered lands. We're going to be playing as Arthur Pendragon. Arthur Pendragon, the bastard son of Uther, is a man of many virtues and many flaws. Banished from Dumnonia after the death of Uther's only legitimate son, Mordred, in battle, Arthur now serves in the court of his brother-in-law, King Budic of Borceliande. The name pronunciation is you're just going to have to deal with it. I'm sure it's going to be awful all the way through. With his father's ailing, however, Arthur will soon have to return from Armorica to serve as regent to his infant nephew, Mordred ap Mordred, and must either hold together his nephew's realm, or take other steps to secure it against the inevitable Saxon onslaught. So I'm going to click Start Game. I'm just going to go in with default settings. So basically, what I see is our job here is to follow the event line as it will happen, as apparently there are events, and to, eventually aim to become King of the Britons. So we'll see how that goes. So we are Arthur Pendragon. We are OP. Our stats are just incredibly good. So, we have some different traits going on here, if I can actually get in here. So we're brilliant. New trait. Oh, cool. Some of the traits have little bits of lore with them. That's nice. Anyway, it's not quite as good as Genius, but we're pretty good. We're a formidable fighter, which you may recognize from many other mods. It appears to be the same system that the other mods use. However, it is a little bit modified. It appears to be a little bit stronger in this one. We're a veteran, so proven warrior gets you some martial. I think we've seen that in other mods, but I assume it means a couple battles you'll get this. We're a brother of Mithras. This character is an initiate to the secret cult of Mithras, an ancient brotherhood open only to the bravest warriors in Britain. Being an initiate is a real honor, for any member of the cult can forbid another man's initiation. Ah, well that is really cool. Is that a society? There are no societies, so it must be a mod-specific kind of thing. Okay, cool. Tough, tall. Tough I think is not as good as strong, but pretty good, I would assume. Tall. We have attractive. Agile, which I assume is not quite as good as quick. So, and we're tolerant. Oh, okay, and it gives +7. That's a weird number. Okay, anyway. So we got that. We also have in our treasury Excalibur. The legendary sword Excalibur. Or, I'm going to take a shot. Caelid Fwich. One of the 13 treasures of Britain, also known as Durnwin. The sword of Rhaid Derek Hale, king of Istrad Tlud, is said to blaze with fire when drawn by a worthy or well-born man. So, we have Excalibur. We also have a ton of little army traits, but we also appear to have no land. We have, no armies. This should show us what things we have, so I assume we're going to run straight into Event Town. So I'm not going to do anything. Oh, wow. Look at all of these. Now, I was going to play another mod this week, but the other mod doesn't work, so we're going to leave it till it's been patched a little bit. So I haven't had a lot of time to look at this one, but... Okay, so there's a lot of different stuff here. So we can falsely confess our faith, which means that we lose piety, and we secretly start practicing another religion. Okay. Oh, so that one's a base game one. Okay, that's fine. We can return to Dumnonia. So this one's when our father dies. So condition, father is dead. Okay. We can offerings, we can hold a divination, we can invite druids to court. Okay. Council positions, we have some open. We need a seer. We don't have any seer position, so that's fine. We'll leave that one. Ambition. Gather great counselors. Oh, neat. Acquire a title, a groom and heir. I guess acquire a title is what we're after right now. Pick a focus. War naturally seems like where we should be. Well, maybe we want to go hunting. Hunting seems about right. Yeah, we'll go hunting just now. Designated regent. Oh, we must be in charge of a mercenary company, given it says company a lot. Oh, and we have different different kind of government. So we're sub-Roman Brythonic. Okay, so it's a particular form of government practiced by the Romano-British kingdoms as part of their weakening understanding of Roman culture and practices. So it's kind of like a worse version of Roman stuff, I assume. And we are also a polytheist in a polytheist druidic religion. Okay. So if we have a look down at the south here, do we have actual... Oh, apparently I can't click on the map. It's a weird one. Sometimes that happens, yeah. Sometimes that happens if it thinks you're holding down the Alt key. So luckily I remember the fix. These are also sub-Roman. Do we have any Romans? Sub-Romans. Oh, what I could do is I look at the government map mode. Which is, I've never used the government map mode. Ever. There we go. So yeah, everything's sub-Roman. Oh, high tribal or sub-Roman. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. And there's a lot of tribal. Okay, cool, cool. Council position can't be filled. We could get a court physician. We actually have one. He's got 19. He's pretty good. He likes us a lot because we have so many positive things about us. We have 2 children with us. We have our 2 children who are Amir and Loholt. And we're also married. Well, oh, we must have been married at some point. Or, oh no, we have a lover. Ah, okay. Who is Ailing Trin Cavill. Okay, cool. And she's an aesthetic. Okay, celibate. She's basically celibate. Okay, that's fine. She's celibate, but yet she is our lover, and we have sons with her. So presumably she chose to do that after having sons with us. Okay, first son. Which one's our? So this is our heir. Let's go struggle. We're gonna get him that ambitious stuff. Second son. We don't want to go into struggle for him. I think struggle is the one that leads into ambitious, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Pride isn't the one that does it. Maybe we'll go duty for him. We'll just make him generally good at multiple things. He can be what we need him to be. Right, let's unpause and hopefully we'll get an event. Aha, winter. It's getting colder and colder and the first snow has fallen. People can no longer work in the fields and soon the land will be covered in white. Winter has come. Tonight the dead will walk among us in the dark while we celebrate Samhain. Okay, sure. The spreading of Christianity. The Christians are spreading like a plague in the lands of southern Britain. The power of the old gods is weakening in cities and larger settlements, and it remains strong only in rural areas, in the deep wooded valleys of Powys and in the northern kingdoms. Okay, so if I have a look at religions, I was expecting to see like Christianity somewhere, but I assume that must be this one? Yeah, okay. It is Christian, it's just, named differently. That's fine. Okay, today I have been strolling through the woods and thinking about my family. Some of them are truly important to me, others not so much. In the end, I've certainly gained the better understanding of my feelings towards each of them. Familia est omnia proquam vivo et moria. Okay, is our father still alive? We should probably set him as a special interest. I was assuming that he would die soon, basically. What's he got going on with him? He's got no negative health, he's just very old. Okay, so we're kind of just chilling out till he dies. That's fair. He's also a different religion from us. Interesting. Ambition? Did we not choose acquire title already? I thought we did. Maybe we'll go groom and heir. Maybe it took away acquire title from us. Okay, continue waiting until we run out of events. I'm assuming that things may happen at some point. Dear Commander of Arthur of the Arthur's Company, I've decided to institute a law. Okay, says our father. We can either say approve or ignore or decline. Sure, we'll approve it. Doesn't really matter to us. Ah, so he's going to die soon. Okay, so we pretty much have to wait for him to die. Game runs really well because it's actually not simulating that large an area. So we'll keep with it. Spring. Ah, okay. We're going to get another one very soon that says summer. The people of your court are incredulous. Great commander, it's a shame that you do not have a druid at court. Are you to be like a bard without his voice? A warrior without his spear? A farmer without his seeds? No self-respecting ruler can go without a druid after all. I must find a knowledgeable druid soon and fast. Okay then, well let's invite a druid to court. Wait, did I unpause or did that law just go through without it? Anyway, wait. Did I mark him as special interest? Oh, that was our liege. Sorry, that's the wrong wait. I want our father, not our liege. There we go. Uther. Yeah, Uther's gonna die soon. He's in a much worse situation. Yeah, actually looking at our father works a lot better. So when he dies, I assume we're getting an event chain. Okay. Yeah. So we invited a druid to our court. Does he fill the seer spot? No. We do have a druid oh, he's not a court druid either. One of these must be true. Is a druid. Maybe we have to wait for the druid to arrive? Let's wait. You've received word that King Gorfidid of Powys is proclaimed himself worthy of the title of High King of the Britons. His legitimacy depends on the consensus of other kings, and if he is to unite Britons under a single banner, he will need to gain their approval by diplomacy or force. Okay, so he only has 2,000 men. I mean, we have 0, so like, we can't really talk, but okay. Yeah, he does appear to be quite a big landowner. What about our father? Our father has 4,000, so he's in a much better position. King Uther has publicly announced his opposition to the elevation of King Gorfid of Powys to the High Kingship. Unwilling to challenge King Uther in the field of battle, King Gorfid has quietly dropped his claim for the High Kingship for a time. Interesting. Like all these different systems working together. Ah, it is summer. Okay, we may disable those at some point. It does appear to be a button. I imagine it could get a little bit much. Ooh! Unification of the Franks. In past times, the disunity of the Germanic tribes lining the Roman Empire has been their greatest weakness. Never before has the ambition of any one ruler been enough to challenge the might of Rome. But no longer. The Franks are now fully united, both Salian and Ripuarian, and the might of King I think it's meant to be Huldulgwig of Salians is spoken of with fear across all Western Europe. In Gaul, the remnants of Rome and even other Germanic kingdoms beyond regard King Huldwig of the Salians with trepidation, and rightly so. The rise of the Franks shows no sign of stopping. United under a common banner, the power of the Franks may well be enough to topple Roman rule once and for all. Interesting, interesting. Oh, it's awesome. Okay. Yeah. I would expect our father to die at some point and for this event chain to start, but he's doing pretty well with -4 health. I mean, he is a hunter. That gives him +1. Poor fighter doesn't give him anything. Tall doesn't give him anything. Brilliant commander gives him an extra 0.3. So he's still -2 health. Any moment now. It's now winter again. Ah, well, this is alright. Ah, the death of Julius Nepos. Julius Nepos, the current de jure emperor of the Western Roman Empire, has been murdered by members of his own military in Dalmatia. Some say the murder was ordered by Odoacer, head of the Germanic Foederati in Italy, and de facto ruler of the Italian peninsula since 476. With the death of Julius, the last serious claim on the Western to the Western Roman Empire now belongs to the ruling Sayagree dynasty of the Sosians. Before aspiring to reclaim the imperial title, however, the Roman rulers in northern Gaul will have to deal with the increasingly hostile warbands of the Franks seeking to expand their control to the west. So he is dead, and he has been succeeded by this guy. Okay, who holds this land? Okay, and is he proper Roman? No, he's still sub-Roman. Okay, but he is also Christian. Interesting. We can righteously imprison someone? What are you trying to do? I don't care. The Frankish invasion of the Sosians. Ever since the crossing of the Rhine decades ago, the Roman Empire has been raided, besieged, and ultimately destroyed by hordes of Germanic invaders intent on conquest. Only the domain of the Sosians in northern Gaul survived the conquest, forging alliances with the Franks to defend this Roman rump state from the other invaders intent on conquering this rich land. But now, Childeric of the Franks, a great ally to Sayagree in Sosion, Sosion, is dead. The new king, King Hodolwic of the Franks, has no such alliance or friendship with the Romans, has declared an invasion of the Sosians, claiming it for his own in a war that will decide the fate of Gaul and all of Western Europe forever. This is interesting news. And it is spring. Aha! We have a new heir. We have Mordred. Now we are in a situation to return. So, we're going to return over there. We're going to see where this event line takes us. So, our father, the great Uther Pendragon, king of Dumnonia, has died, leaving your club-footed infant nephew Mordred as king of Dumnonia. Following on the oaths made in your name, you have returned to Dumnonia to protect the kingdom and your nephew's inheritance from those who would sunder the realm apart. Eagerly received by those who see you as their saviour in this time of strife and uncertainty, you have been appointed Lord of Durnak by the current regent. Dumnonia will not fall. So we gain high lordships and lordships. Arthur's company is forfeit. Fine, it no longer exists. King Mordred becomes our new liege and will be known as Pendragon. So we are now High Lord Arthur Pendragon. We've moved up in the world. We now control this high lordship over here. So not a lot of land, but we control some land. Cool. And our heir is now our nephew, and our nephew's heir is now our cousin, Gerent of the Stones. Okay. So we now have new things. We can worship the ancestors. What does this do? So we can ask for their aid regarding important matter. Okay. And we have to prepare a sacrifice. It can only be done every 10th year. Okay. Oh, we can also establish Mediterranean trade. Okay. We just need personal wealth and we can do it. Okay. Neat. And restore the old gods. So that should be one of our goals. Restore the old gods in Britain. We need to be theology, though, to get that to happen. Okay. Let's worship the ancestors first. What will we ask of our forefathers? So we ask for affection and companionship, guide my sword in battle, prosperity and growth for my realm, or ancestors share your wisdom with me. I don't know. Let's go for affection and I don't know. Share your wisdom with me. We'll start with that. We now need, we still need a seer. We have one now, though. That's cool. We'll put him in. So he's a druid. So he has a little druid mark on him. Cool. Druids get a lot of bonuses, but we'll stick him in there. And apparently, well, there are no societies that we know of, but there could be societies in the mod. I'm not sure. We'll just send him to, well, what's the religion of our realm? Religion is, it's a Christian realm? Oh, well, we need to get rid of that straight away. Start converting. Liege's council's discontent, that's because he's just taken over. Vassal inheritance warnings. We have a claim on the kingdom for ourselves, but we can't really do anything with that because we're not as strong as our liege. Okay, let's unpause, see if we get any more events. We asked our ancestors for guidance and knowledge. Now it is time to present your offering. What we would give them in return. Do we give them our eye? We can give them our cousin. We can give them a feast, or we can have an idol carved in their honor. Let's give them a feast. That's about in our price range. Together with the druid and her disciples, you place a great bounty of food and drink on the offering stone. You spend the entire night feasting and singing great chants in your ancestors' honor. Now all you can do is wait and hope. Okay. And are we our liege's regent? No. So we probably want that as well at some point. Cool. We'll wait a little bit, see if we get any event lines. Recognizing your military prowess and ability to unite the kingdom against the Saxons, Praetor Cornelius of Syria has offered to make you the regent of Dumnonia. While Mordred is still technically the king, many hope that you'll be able to lead the kingdom against its many enemies and restore its strength and prosperity. So we now become marshal and regent. We have upgraded once more. Fantastic. As regent, most of Dumnonia supports you, but not all. The right marriage will shore up your position at court and abroad. Princess Sinwin, the Star of Powys, is the logical choice, but Princess Guinevere of the Lost Kingdom, Hennis Wyn, radiates an aura of destiny. She will marry a great man and thinks you are one despite of your bastardry. Will you put the interests of Dumnonia aside for something? Definitely, yes, we'll marry Guinevere. And we'll fall in love with her, apparently. Yes, we will definitely invite her around. So she is now our wife. She is beautiful, which I assume is an upgraded version of attractive. She's brilliant. She's big. The little people must be sacred to the big ones. Okay, Victor Hugo. I have no idea what that's meant to mean, but okay. I assume that means like tall, maybe? Yeah, or like stocky. I'm trying to think of a better way of putting it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Big. She is a falconer, and she's also ambitious. Okay. Do we want 30 gold, or do we want prestige? Oh, we want the gold, yeah. Today I've gotten married, and I've finally met the members of my spouse's family. I love my wife, my in-laws, not so much. Well, she only has, like, you know, one parent who is our cousin. Okay, that's fine. So does she actually have any land or anything? No, and neither does our cousin. But he has a lot of claims on kingdoms, so maybe that's something we can work with eventually. The Brotherhood Horseman, Sagramor, the famed Numidian warrior and your close friend during your campaigns in Armorica, has come to Dumnonia with his powerful band of horsemen. The Brotherhood horsemen have sworn fealty to King Mordred of Dumnonia and are promising to help you again in whatever way they can in the fight against Dumnonia's enemies. Excellent. Together we'll drive the Saxons out of Britain. Okay. So, we are in... He is another brother of Mithras. Okay, our secret cult. He's a skilled fighter. He is loyal. Okay, okay. He's also a victorious warrior. So that's like an upgraded one, a veteran. He wins a lot. Okay. And we got some request council supports. We're just going to decline these for just now. Just until we know what the current situation is. I'm waiting for more events before we do anything. County of Bet-Gau. The lands that form the county of Bet-Gau in eastern Gaul have been reconquered from the Franks that once claimed the region for themselves. From this day on, the great Roman city and former imperial residence of Augusta Trevorium and the surrounding provinces will once again belong de jure to their traditional Roman citives. Any previous claim of birthright from the former Germanic rulers will no longer be recognized. The fall of the Romans in Gaul. After the fall of the domain of the Sosians, the last legitimate Roman rulers in northern Gaul has been deprived of land and titles. With this final demise, the once undisputed Roman imperial sovereignty of the West has apparently come to an unrecoverable close. The mightiest empire the civilized world has ever seen is broken, and although its authority endures in Constantinople and in the eastern provinces, the people of British lands can consider themselves free from the shadow of Roman oppression once and for all. The conquest of the Sosians. The Franks have triumphed over the Romans of Sosian from their lands in Belgica, and brought almost the entirety of northern Gaul under their rule. As Franks pour across the old frontier, King Holdolgrig of the Sosians has begun to divide up the lands into new counties and kingdoms for the land's new rulers. From this day on, the provinces that once made up the domain of the Sosians will belong de jure to those newly created Frankish counties and kingdoms. Any previous claim of birthright will no longer be recognized, and the new Frankish rulers will be considered the only rightful liege of these lands. So they've taken over all of that. And it is summer. There are a ton of events. I'm excited to see where this goes, but I think it's time for this episode to come to a close. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, leave a comment, please, all that sort of good stuff. Basically, it helps with search ranking, helps the channel grow, helps the series grow, all that sort of stuff. Also, if you have any idea how to pronounce these names properly, please leave a comment with that as well, because I will try and make an effort if there is a proper pronunciation to get it right. But, you know, there are a lot of pronunciations and they've all got their own little weird stuff going on. So if I don't get some right, please just bear with me. If you know the right way of saying it, tell me and I'll try and make an effort to get it right. So, thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.